Welcome back all to the second match of the day. It's getting a bit cloudy over there at Boshundhara Sports Complex. Prantor welcoming you all to the second match. As I was saying, it's between Heritage Dolphins and Friends United. The news from the toss center, it's Heritage Dolphins won the toss and elected to bat first. Couple of minutes before, SPZ boys won the match by 20 odd runs. Friends United just down at there. Mohammad Saimur Naihan. First ball dot, second ball. Outside off against very slow or a bit low and slow pitch we have been seeing today here at Boshundhara Sports Complex. It's because of the sun not shining that much, so the heat isn't there. A bit of wet, so the ball kept low and slow by the bowler again. The first three balls, in fact, kept it very low. First two balls outside off, and the third ball just a while ago. Onto that off and middle stump region defensively. Post, and that's the first wicket. Very low down the track. Attempted to hit a ramp one, but he just got his stump broken. The first wicket down in the fourth ball of this innings. Samiun Nayan got his man back to the pavilion so early, an early breakthrough for the Friends United. An early breakthrough, as I was saying, and a very early setback for the Heritage Dolphins. The other team, Heritage Cricketers, just lost the match, the first one here at the Boshundhara Sports Complex against SPZ Boys. And now the Heritage Dolphins has started in a shaky note. First wicket down, new man in, Mohammad Raton Hussain. He'll be joining with Rashidul Islam Pappu at the other end. The last ball of the over. Again, a bit fluffy and way outside off. Very slow. Outside the wide line, the umpire had to call it a wide. A test style leave by the batter, Roton. Down to the keeper for a wide. Not for a wide at this time. Eventually, a dot to finish. First over gone. It's 1 for 1 after 1. Good start by Friends United. The unity between ball and wicket is very, very good. Again, the second over started by Saqib Hussain. Scramble seam just outside off, a bit fuller. Tried that square drive but missed it. Bad pad. And in between getting the ball back from that offside, they've got the second one. A bit fuller, outside off, driven nicely towards that deep extra cover region for a single. 3 runs on board now for the loss of 1 wicket. Length delivery, outside off again. Tried that cut. They're playing a bit clumsy at this moment. But definitely you have to praise about the bowlers. Rounding well again. It's outside off, a length delivery. Late cut towards that point region for a single. They have to play sensible cricket. The Heritage Dolphins, they have to build partnerships within small intervals and have to utilize this small boundary towards that long on region and straight region. So another dot to finish things off. 2 gone. It's 5 for 1 for the Dolphins. Fuller length outside off. Cross-footed flick towards that backward square leg region. They will definitely going for a double. No, surprisingly, only a single. 6 for 1 at this point. Third over running on. 6 runs on board. Third ball coming in. Again, a defensive flick towards that backward square leg region. A very clumsy fielding. In fact, now from the Friends United fielder down there, double's been taken now. Due to the weather, the ball getting a bit low in this comparatively wet pitch. For that, the ball moving nicely, the spinners will definitely get turned like the first match. In between the third ball bowled, again a dot. They're trying to just late cut those balls down towards that point region and backward square leg. Not any big shots attempted. Again, very gentle flick towards that mid wicket, the short mid wicket for a single. No intention there for the big shots yet from the batters. Pappu 7 of 7 and Mohammad Ratun 2 of 4. Again, like a test match, driven straight towards the bowler. No damage done though. 9 for 1 after 3, the Dolphins. They need to jump like the Dolphins. Going in a quiet manner, going in a relaxing way though. And they had to because they lost the first wicket very early in the very first over. And from that point of view, you might have thought to get a bit slow, but Well, hold on, it's 100 balls cricket. You have to accelerate in every over, in every possible way. New over starting on. First ball down to leg again towards that wideish mid-on for a single. So I was talking about that lazy cricket from the Dolphins, the heritage Dolphins. Again a thick edge, and it's going on towards that backward square region. Due to the slow outfield, it just stopped before the boundary, but 2 runs been taken in between. It's 12 for 1 at this moment. Well, you can't just think of getting those big shots very easily, at least in this early stage where you have lost a wicket. But still, it's 3.2 overs. You could have been scored at least 20 odd runs by taking singles and doubles, and at least by trying to hit those boundaries and over boundaries a bit with those classical shots like SPZ boys in the first innings in this pitch in the previous match. Again a single been taken from the leg side, way outside off and outside the wide line even. Called it a wide by the umpire. Better one. Caged the batter in front of those off and middle sticks and driven the ball by the batter towards that cover region, extra cover region for a single more. Last ball of the fourth over. Again a bit slow, outside leg, very lucky boundary for the heritage Dolphins. Wide signal, so 3 runs conceded for the wide and a boundary. Very unlucky for the bowling side. 4 overs gone, 22 for 1. Now what I was saying, a bit slow, very slow like a test style. But now you can see what could happen in a T20 match or a T10 match. One or two deliveries can turn the match completely and turn it away from the bowling side. Paddle sweep towards that fine leg region. Spinner introduced. It's Ehsan E. Muazzem. Left arm orthodox spinner. My bad, it's a leg one. Oh my God. Oh my God, it was a blunder from the bowler, Ehsan. The leggy just had his ball out of his hand, very slippery position, and the batter went off to hit the ball anyway. No ball signaled and a free hit, but the batter couldn't just utilize the free hit properly. So a dot, a bizarre one down there. A wild no ball, and again a wild one down the leg, way above the waist high. The batter eventually just followed the ball, tried to hit it out of the park, but missed it completely. So a no ball, a free hit definitely from the umpire been signaled, yes. So 2 runs and the free hit now again in this over. Yes, it's turning away. Oh my God, it's padded pull. Went high up in the air. Again, a bizarre fielding down there at the square leg. Yes, you can understand it's a no ball, a free hit. If the cat's been taken, it doesn't even matter. But you had to take this for the morale of the side. Oh my God, again. A ping pong ball drop. And again a misfield. A chance of catching that ball again. Drop down. The same fielder down there in the square leg. Drama, drama, and the drama of errors all over the ground. Miss hit, miss chances, dropped catches. Hence finished the fifth one, 33 for 1. The Heritage Dolphins. Change in the voice. Sadman will be coming in place of Prantor.
Over number 6 begins. Swing and a miss from the batsman there. Rather Hussain is batting nicely, 17 of 13. Rashidul Islam Papa is his partner, and Munaim Hussain is the bowler. Edged away. That will be just a single. Opened the face of the bat on that occasion. Did Ratan Hussain, and he has picked up another single. Papura will be back on strike. Nicely bowled again by Munaim. Nicely played away through the offside there by Papu. And that will be another single. Strike gets rotated. Again, gets an outside edge. Another single. It's been a good over from Munaim. Good start to his bowling efforts this far. And he's to close out this over well. Shortish, whitish delivery, played away very nicely by Papu and played away for a boundary. I was talking about the fact that Munaim needs to close out his over well. He fails to do so, and Papu cashes in. 7 off that over, 6 gone. The Dolphins are 40 for 1. Works it away very neatly there to the outside. Another single gets picked up. Saqib Hussain into his third over. Ratan Hussain, the batter who played it away so elegantly through the outside. Pappu now, who hit a boundary to finish off the previous over, is back on strike. Saqib Hussain puts the ball down the leg side, and that's been signaled as a wide by the umpire. These two are moving along steadily. They're not really running away with the show, but they're doing a decent enough job. Oh, that was a lovely delivery from Saqib Hussain. Floated it outside the off stick. It invited the cover drive from Pappu. Pappu was always going to accept the invitation, but just got beaten. Lovely bowling there from Saqib. Wrapped on the pads, but never going to be out. He was down the pitch. The ball had a long distance to cover there. It's never going to be given. A single gets picked up. Strike gets rotated again. Ratan now back on strike. Gets an inside edge. Could have easily dragged it onto the sticks. This has been a very good over from Saqib Hussain. Despite the leg side wide, he's done a pretty good job. Final ball of the 7th over coming up now. Saqib taking the ball away sometimes, bringing the ball back in sometimes, and losing his radar sometimes as well. Looking for that in swing again, but losing his line completely. There's the second wide of the over, which means it will be a legal ball, but 3 runs will be added to the total. 7 gone, 47 for 1. Samir Nahian is now going to be bowling his third over. The single gets picked up by Ratan Hussain. Both the batters have now moved into the 20s. In fact, both are on 24 currently. Pappu 24 from 17 and Ratan on 24 from 19. Samir Nahian into his third over. That's a lovely delivery again. Was coming back into the batter. Was able to pick up a single. And that's a dot. Good bowling from Nahian. Has been phenomenal today. Picked up the solitary wicket as well for his side. Doing a fine, fine job is Samir Nahian. Played away through the covers there very elegantly by Ratan. And that brings up the 50 for the Dolphins. Final ball of the 8th over coming up. Pappu challenges the bowler, drags it to the outside, and he will manage to get just a single. Another brilliant over from Samir Nahian. 8 gone, 51 for 1. Ratan Hussain punches it away to the onside, down to the long on fielder. Another single gets picked up. Saqib Hussain, the bowler. Into his fourth and final overs, is bowling out. Here is Saqib Hussain at a very early juncture of this innings. Poor ball again. He's really finding it difficult to control his in-swingers. Probably he should stick to his outswingers. Straightish delivery this time, and played away to the onside again. Papu, the batter, plays that one away through the offside. That's better from Saqib. Since he's having a hard time controlling his in-swingers, he should try to stay away from that line and bowl more of an outside off-stick line. Wides are not good, and that's a lovely ball. I guess he paid heed to my suggestions. Final ball of over number 9 now coming up. The straightish delivery once again played away to the onside, down to the long on fielder. Quite over, passes by, not too much action. Saqib Hussain instead has conceded 28 runs in his 4 overs, no wickets. 9 done. The Dolphins are 56 for 1. Played away powerfully to the onside by Ratan Hussain. By Papu, apologies. Rashidul Islam Papu with the boundary. Samir Nahian is bowling his final over. Starts off not so nicely. That's a lovely comeback though, but beautifully cover driven away nicely by Rashidul Islam Papu. Has moved into the 30s here, his Papu. And Ratan Hussain is now on strike. Oh, brilliantly bowled there by Nahian. A beautiful delivery. Ratan Hussain was trying to charge him, but had to adjust his shot after coming down the pitch. Had to check himself. What's that? Tries to play it away through the outside powerfully. Does not time it at all properly, and he will only get a single. Final ball of over number 10. Pushed away through the offside by Papu again. And that's the end of Nahian. Has gone for just 17 runs in his 4 overs. Also got at a wicket. 10 done, 62 for 1. And for the next 5 overs, we'll be hearing the voice of Prator again.
Thanks, Salman, for the mic. Prantor joining in with the commentary. 10 overs gone, 62 for 1. Oh, a flick! And what a welcome to me. It's a dolly catch. Second down. I was just sitting here for the start of something good, but it turned away to the Friends United and their unity with the ball and wickets. It's going on and on. Brilliant bowling from Mohammad Ashraful Islam. A bit of turn and slow, and the batter went on to play it against the turn, tried to flick it towards square leg, but straight, just straight, took the catch over to the bowler, and he took a practice catch to dismiss the batter. 60. 12th over starting on. Well and pass. The scoreboard is just ticking on and on. Not that much higher, but thick and fast runs are coming on and on. Again, the spinner came into the action. Mohammad Masood Parvez introducing himself for the first time. The very first ball, a bit pause and deliver style of bowling. Cut it towards that point for another single. So 70 on board now, as I was saying. More than half of the phase is passing on. Yes, you can see the pause and deliver bowling action from Mohammad Masood Parvez. Outside the wide line, the umpire surely called a wide. Checking the offside fielder as Ratan Hussain targeting that offside, especially the super cover and deep extra cover region for runs. Again, gentle cover drive towards that deep extra cover region, but what a good running between the wickets by Ratan. Pushed Lapu hard and completed that double run. "73 now on board. Have to play sensible because after a few while he has to take that mandatory retirement after scoring 50 if he can after 13 runs. So he has to maximize those 13 runs as much as possible before retiring on. Paddle sweep towards that square leg region for another one. So he has to accelerate a bit and maximize those 14 odd runs or 13 odd runs from here. Now 12 runs away from his 50. Flighted Fuller, driven towards that long off region for another one. 12 gone, 75 for 2. Heritage Dolphins. Thirteenth over starting on. Change of bowling. Faisal Imi Gold. Towards that point region for a single. Gold with the wide ball. And yes, driven nicely. And it made a diamond run here. Precious boundary from Ratan Hussain. Brilliant shot it was from Ratan. Again, wild swing of the bat, and yes, pass down towards that backward point region for a boundary, a drop, 4 runs from the bat of Ratan Hussain, just 4 runs away of his 50. Faisal Imami Gold turning his hands onto bronze to make those runs count as a diamond for the Dolphins at this point. A low full toss, outside off and driven nicely towards that extra cover region. Sensible batting after back-to-back boundaries. He just let himself a bit time to hit big and maximize his 50 runs. Lapu, a forward defense push towards that point region for another single. So he will be keeping strike for the next over. 13 gone, 87 for 2, the Dolphins. Fourteenth over starting on, 87 on board. Heritage Dolphins must be eyeing on that 130 odd runs. Ratan Hussain taking a bit time. Masood Parvez again with the ball. Kept it very low. Grounded ball straight towards the keeper. For the downers, couldn't just hit properly. Flighted. Straight drive. Straight as much as possible. High up in the air. Oh my God. Fumble. Slipped. But took it nicely. And the second chance. It's been caught, and Rothon, unfortunately, just 3 runs away of his 50. Got caught at the long off region. What a catch. Untimely wicket for the Dolphins. Third gone, 87 for 3. Next man in, Imtiaz Uddin Chaudhary. Round the wicket now by Masood Parvez. What a bowling. Quicker one, straightener it was. Just got the edge, but it was very lucky. Didn't hit onto the stumps. And a lucky signal. Lucky single now. Fourth ball coming in. Flighted, Fuller. Grounded flick towards that mid-wicket region. Well fielded. Lightning fast fielding from the fielder. Down there and kept the batters for only a single. Left-hand batter Imtiazuddin Chaudhary. Down to leg. Glanced it towards that fine leg region. Though it was not hit it with the bat. Wide signal by the umpire. So 2 extra runs been taken. In fact, 3 runs been added with that wide. Last ball, flighted, flicked it a bit uppish towards that cow corner region for a single to finish things off. 14th gone. It's 93 for 3, the Dolphins. Wild swing of the bat by the new batter, Imtiazuddin Chaudhary, and what a clean hit. A clinical six, I guess. The umpire is waiting for the signal down there. And yes, it's a huge six towards that cow corner region. The ball was there to be hit. Fuller onto that slot and cleared the infield by Imtiaz Uddin Chaudhary. What a shot. A timely sixer from the batter. A run shot from that team 100. A bit lower, outside off. Cut it towards that point region for another single. So sensible batting. 100 comes up for the Heritage Dolphins. Forward defense. At this point, what kind of approach was there? It's very questionable. Loud shout for the stumping approach, but didn't respond by the umpire. Good turn from the bowler Ashraful Islam. Again, a bit turned towards the inner part of the batter and driven nicely towards the cover region for a single. Round the wicket for the lefty. Now the last ball, defensive flick towards that deep extra cover region for a single. 102 for 3 after 15. Change in the mic. Sadman will join again.
Over number 16 begins. Imtiazuddin Chaudhary on strike. Masud Pervez, the bowler. It's a very good delivery. If the batsman had missed that, that would have been plumb in front. Luckily, the batter Imtiaz was able to get batter on that, and that will be a single. Shahid Lapu is now back on strike. Pervez, the bowler, tosses it up beautifully. It's pushed down the ground, and that will be another single. Another very good delivery. And just another single. This has been a very good over from Mohammad Masood Pervez. 3 balls, only 3 runs. Flighted delivery, slog swept away, powerfully by Shahid Lapu, but not powerfully enough. It's only a single. 4 balls, 4 singles. Yeah, Masood Pervez doing a phenomenal job in the 16th over. Will Imtiaz try to launch? Flighted delivery. Oh, that almost killed his partner there. But that will be a single. Just 5 singles off that over. Phenomenal over for Masood Pervez. 16 overs gone. 107 for 3. Over number 17 now begins. Munaim Sharkar is coming back out to bowl. It's only a second over. Imtiaz hits it down the ground powerfully. But it's only a single. Mistimes that one, does Imtiaz. And the two batters are trying to launch now. They're trying to break free. Pushed down to the long on fielder. Only singles at this point in time. From the bat of Shahid Lapu and Imtiazuddin Chaudhary. The two batters would be trying to break free sooner rather than later. Time's running out. Slashes that one away through the offside. Does Imtiaz, but it's only a single. Will that fumble result into an extra run? No. It's still just a single. So the last 8 balls have resulted in 8 runs. Brilliant bowling this far. Oh, that's a cracking shot from Shahid Lapu. Oh, what a shot that is. Pitched up. Driven through the offside magnificently for a sixer. That's probably the shot of the day. Shahid Lapu with one of the best shots you would ever desire to see. Oh, that was classical. Munaim gets taken down there by Shahid Lapu. As a result, he goes back to length bowling, and Lapu just picks up a single. So that's a pretty good over for the Dolphins. 10 of that. 1-1-7 for 3. So the previous one, the 17th over, was productive. Mainly thanks to that incredible shot through the offside from the bat of Shahid Lapu, which went away for a sixer. Everyone here in the call box appreciated that shot from Shahid Lapu, and the Dolphins would be hoping for a few more of those from Lapu, and also would be hoping that Imtiaz the Chaudhary joins in on the fun. He's batting well, actually, 18 from 11, Lapu 19 from 14. Here's Masud Pervez for the final time with the ball in hand, and it's over. And he starts off with the wide. The keeper fumbles as well. They should come back for the second run. No, they are coming through. Oh, boy. The bowler ran up to the wicket-keeping end because the keeper was chasing it, and they have turned that 1 into 2. Brilliant stuff there. And it's brilliant because Masud Pervez is an off-spinner. Right arm off spinner, and Lapu would be fancying his chances against the off spin of Masud Pervez. So this is good. These little things could end up deciding the game. That stolen run could end up winning the game for the Dolphins. Lapu goes through the offside again. This time the fielder intervenes. But once again, a couple of runs. Lapu is on the charge here. Lapu means business suddenly. Four more balls to go in this over. Lapu would be hoping to cash in on Masud Pervez's Chetaloffies. Slaps that one away through the offside as Lapu picks out the fielder. The lefty Imtiaz is back on track after a while. Masud Pervez bowling for around the wicket to Imtiaz Chaudhary. And that's another horrible delivery from Masud Pervez. Another horrible keeping error from the keeper. It's going to be a wide. It's going to be a boundary. It's going to be a legal ball, which means it's going to be a 7-run ball. 3 for the wide, 4 for the boundary. Phenomenal stuff this for the Dolphins. This is exactly what they would have been hoping for to close out this innings. Don't know where Masud Pervez is going. Two more balls to go still. Just going to cheer up the wicketkeeper. Not having the best of the times out there is the wicketkeeper. Oh. He's flustered, is Masud Pervez. He's just dropped the ball. Imtiaz should look to take him down here. And he does! Oh, what a hit from Imtiaz! A magnificent shot, a brilliant slog sweep. Shakib Al-Hasan has shot that one from Imtiaz the Chaudhary, and he is on fire. And Masud Pervez is being destroyed in his final over. He is leaking runs here. 4 balls gone in this over. 19 runs already taken. 29 runs from the last 9 legal deliveries. Oh boy, oh boy. The Dolphins are jumping all over the place here. Friends United are getting blown away. Ball seems to have been lost. Final ball of this over coming up here. Pervez with a Yorker. Nice finish though. But 20 from that over. And the Dolphins are up and running here. They're running away with the show. 18 gone. The Dolphins are 137 for 3. Over number 19 begins. Ashraf Al-Islam with the ball in his hand. Is that the end of Imtiaz? Yes, it is. That's a fine grab from the wicketkeeper. Good delivery from Ashraf Al-Islam. Imtiaz threw his hands on that one, but unfortunately he got nicked off. But that was a brilliant innings from Imtiaz. 32 of just 15 deliveries. And wicket number 4 has fallen. 137 for 4, the Dolphins. Single gets picked up there. Zahirul Raihan is the new man out there. And the Dolphins would be hoping that Lapu gets most of the strike. Here's the set man out there. He's the one who can do max damage. It will only be a single. This has been a fine, fine over this far from Ashraful. Zahirul Raihan is on strike now. 7 more balls to go. Can't do anything. He is gone as well. This is turning out to be a phenomenal over from Ashraful Islam. So Zahirul Raihan comes and goes. This is turning out to be a phenomenal 19th over from Ashraful Islam. It's now gotten 3 wickets for 18 runs, and the surprising thing is he won't be bowling his full quota. Oh, is that another one? Was that a drop chance from the wicketkeeper? Anyway, it's definitely a dot, and that is the end of over number 19. A phenomenal over, 2 runs and 2 wickets, and that has brought Friends United back into this game to a degree. So the final over is coming up, and Shahid Lapu really needs to hog the strike here. The new batters are finding it really, really difficult to get going. Understandably so. It's not a pitch where you can come out and just swing from the first ball. So Shahid Lapu needs to probably face all 5 balls. Don't run. They are going to run, but I think that if Lapu would have been out there, it would have been much better. Not to be, though. Nahid will be on strike, and Budaya will be bowling out, bowling the final over of this innings. 140 on the board. This will be a very difficult run chase, let me tell you. So in the first game, SPZ was defending 132 rather comfortably in the end. This is the problem. You gotta run. You really got to run. You need Lapu back on strike. Lapu was halfway down the pitch. The batter should have just taken off. Not really bothered about it at all. Come on, Nahid. You have to be better than this. Your game awareness needs to be better than this. This time he gets bat on ball. He's up and running. He might even get a boundary. Brilliant bit of footwork. Saves the ball from going away for a boundary. But that will be a couple of runs for Nahid. That was a very good looking shot, though. It still would be grumpy that he did not get a boundary from that wideish delivery. 2 more balls to go. What can Monaim do here? And this time, Lapu is able to get back on strike, and the bye has been completed as well. So the final ball of this innings, this is a good thing that Lapu is on strike because, you know, the last ball, if it goes for a 6, it will be counted as a 12, a home run. So can Lapu hit it? Here we go. No, he can't. Short of a lead delivery, dragged down the ground. That should be just a couple. Yes, it is. 145 for 5 is what the Heritage Dolphins end with. It's a very good total given the conditions. It will not be easy for the Friends United to come out and track down this total. Let's see what happens. 146 is the target. We're going to come back soon with the run chase. Till then, stay with
Welcome back, everyone. Pranto joining again for the second half of this match. Heritage Dolphins scored 145 for 5 in their 20 overs, and now the Friends United batters have come up to chase that down. So 146 the target in 20 overs, specifically in 100 balls for the Friends United. First ball, very woompy start. A no ball, a juicy full toss above the waist height, and it's been signaled as a no ball and a free hit by the umpire. Bad start for the bowler. Length delivery. Back foot pull attempted, but eventually just couldn't complete the shot. So a dot in the free hit ball. Line and length will be the key in their defense. I'm talking about the Dolphins. Again, the caging delivery onto that off and middle stump line. Back foot punch towards that cover region for a single to start the proceedings for the Friends United. Next ball down the leg. Attempted to glance it, but couldn't complete it properly for a dot again. So they must be very, very watchful to chase that down. Another one, half-hearted pull, a bit uppish towards that square leg region. Completed the single and then coming back for the second one. The throw is in, and yes, I think they have got the first wicket. I think it is. Yes, the umpire, I think, given the doubt. There were never the second run. Tried to push each other, but just miscommunicated a bit. In the course of losing the first one, a run out, and in any version of cricket, a run out considered a very unlucky start. First one down, very unfortunate one. Newman in. Next ball, brilliant bowling from the bowler. Just caged the batter on towards that stumps. But a handsome looking, smart looking push towards that cover region for a single to finish things off. Next over starting on. Pacers introduced from both of the end. Pushed it nicely towards the backward point region for a single. It has to be done very shortly. This kind of bowling, they must been trying to just restrict the batters for only the singles and doubles. Next ball coming in. Outside of length delivery, very good anticipation from the bowler. Tried to cut that ball, but couldn't just help much to cut it nice towards that point region. The power play is going on, so they have to just utilize this properly. A bit of open stance batting style for the batter. Cut it nicely, wide out of that off-stump line, and a fumble in the fielding allowed the batter to grab a boundary. The bowling intention was there, right at the top, a bit rising from the length delivery, way outside off as the batter was standing with an open stance towards that leg side. So it was a bit tough to hit it nicely towards that offside region, especially to that point and backward point, but the batter timed it well, but eventually misfielding caused 4 extra runs. Good bowling again and a good shot. Square drive towards that point region for another single. Finishing off that over with a single. Next over coming up with the spin, I guess. Heritage Dolphins started with a balanced one. Grabbed the wicket, but after that, conceding those singles and doubles with thick and fast boundaries, slightly haunting their defense of their 140 plus runs. Spinner been introduced. Two overs, 14 runs on board. Spinner's been introduced, so it's an attempt to slow it down a bit more for the batting side. Handsome looking cover drive towards the sweeper cover for another single to start on the proceeding of third over. Again on the slot, but a quicker armor didn't allow the batter to hit it properly. The cover drive missed the ball. Friends United, 2.2 overs, 15 for the loss of 1 wicket. Ehsan Imwazem, 8 ball, 12, and Mohammad Ashraful Islam on strike. 3 balls, 2. Down to leg, glanced it nicely towards that backward square leg region for a single. Down towards that square leg region for another single. They're not taking any sort of risks down there and playing it gently. Just doubles and singles over there. And they have been keeping that asking rate a bit down. But yes, you have to admire that. The Dolphins are going well, but not this time. The Friends United batter, Mohammad Ashraful Islam, glanced it nice. The quicker armor down to leg, utilized the pace and hit a beautiful boundary towards that backward square leg region to finish the third over, 21 for 1. Friends United, 7 runs per over coming on. 125 runs needed of 85 deliveries. It's an evenly poised match at this point. Loss of 1 wicket, 7 runs per over. They're going very nicely, Friends United. On the other hand, the Heritage Dolphins took a wicket. So a balanced start from both of the ends. Oh, the corridor of uncertainty. The new bowler coming in. MSM Nahid. Yorker and delivery. Tried to choke the batter for going a bit round the wicket. It couldn't hit properly. Down the leg now. Dismal. Totally dismal because you were bowling right at that off-stump corridor line. So why you have to just bowl towards that leg stump line as the batter is attempting that cover drive? You just need to hit those balls right on the deck of the batters. Yes, it is. That's a good bowling. Right onto this middle stump line. Guided nicely towards the cover region for a single. Third ball on your way. Scramble seam, a length 1 outside off. Guided nicely towards that backward point region. The pitch is getting a bit tough for batting. Not that much high air, not that much low in comparison of the first match. But now a bit balanced and sporting behavior from the pitch. Yes, it's still a very tricky one to score runs. Yes, again an uneven bounce, outside off, cut it late, and hold that third man region for a boundary. Very unlucky for the bowler. Cramped one, and that for that uneven bounce, a definite edge was there. Last ball of the over. Again a slower one. Brilliant bowling. Intelligent bowling from the bowler Nahid. The batter attempted a shot but eventually had to stop for that big hit. Back to the bowler, a dot to finish things off. 4 overs gone, 28 for 1, United. New over starting on. Whoever watching this live telecast of that last man stands Bangladesh division match between Friends United and Heritage Dolphins. 4 overs, 28 for 1, Friends United. Again a spinner been introduced, Abdullah Al Roman. Left arm orthodox spinner, flighted, fuller, and exactly on those three stakes, driven back to the bowler. No runs been taken. Flighted again, Yorker one, a huge flight, had an edge of the bat down towards that third man region for a single. Down to leg from the mid wicket region, a single been taken, an easy single, and yes, this easy singles may cause harm for the Dolphins. They need wickets in quick succession. Again a quick fly delivery down to leg. Somehow they managed to take a single, definitely from a leg by, yes. Signaled by the umpire. That's a leg by. A definite push for a single. Last ball of the 5th over, 31 on board. 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 31 on Slog sweep, nicely played, going down towards that fine leg region for a boundary, and yes, played it nice. It was Fuller there to be hit, and he just went off to his style of that slog sweep only after just releasing the ball by the bowler. Intelligent batting from the batter, brilliantly placed Ehsan Mozem. 5 overs gone, 35 for 1, exactly 7 runs per over coming on for the United. Triple one needed of 75 deliveries. Game on here at Boshundara Sports Complex. You're watching LMS Bangladesh Friends United versus Heritage Dolphins. A bit low delivery, low and slow by the bowler. First spell of his, Shahid Lipu. And Lapu has been tremendous form with the ball, and he has to just follow his regular delivery each time. Again, a bit misdirected ball, outside leg, way outside leg, but a good keeping by the bowler Lapu. Another extra run, extra ball. Slower delivery, tried to pick it hard, but only a soft hand on drive towards that square leg region. A fumble in the fielding allowed the batters to take singles, not only another single on upper hand. So 2 runs been taken. These kinds of fumbles definitely causing harm for the Dolphins. Down the track, well directed ball from the bowler Lapu. Saw the batter coming in, and he just tightened his line and length towards that good length delivery, caged him in front of those 3 stumps. So the batter had to just push it towards the point region for a single. Brilliant bowling, I must say. Again, slower, very lower delivery. Got 2 to 3 bounce to the keeper. Kind of rear dot. Back foot cover drive towards the deep extra cover region for another single. As I was saying, the rear dots, because they are taking singles and doubles very comfortably in each and every deliveries. Another single to finish things off. 6 overs gone, 40 for 1. Friends United. Brilliant bowling from Ziaul Alam Rani. Tall, medium fast bowler. Got that height advantage very easily for the batters. And it was onto that middle and leg stump. Went on to his back foot and driven nicely for a single to start on the proceedings. Another one, another slower. Cutter's been introduced now and then from the bowlers. Again outside off and a back foot cut towards that offside for a single. Oh, the wild cutter way outside that off stump line, wide line, and eventually just a bit inside of that pitch. Again a wide. So two in a row, two in an over. So three extra runs will be added. Again a wide. Bizarre bowling from Ronnie. Another three wins added. Again a wide. Oh my God. Finish the over with a wide. And again 3 runs been added. 7 gone. 52 for 1. Friends United. Way ahead of their asking rate. "52 runs on board. So now 94 needed of 65 deliveries. Should be easy. Should be easy from here. Pulled it nicely. Back of a length. Couple of bounces before the fielder down there at backward square leg region. The direction was right, but the timing was not that up to the mark. But no worry, definitely a single been taken easily to keep the strike rotating. Slower delivery. Outside leg, it's wide signal by the umpire. And they have been just struggling with their line and length. The bowlers of Dolphins, they're jumping a bit high up in the air and allowing the batters freebies, the free runs. In the previous over, Ronnie conceded 3 wides. A back foot drive down towards that deep extra cover region for a single. Again a bit slower, but straight onto that off stump line. A nice flick from the batter towards that square leg for a single. So as I was mentioning that you have to just maintain your regular bowling to restrict your opponent or to bowl out your opponent from scoring big runs or chasing your hard-fought runs very easily. Again, a powerful drive towards that super cover region for a boundary. Runs are leaking now and leaking very thick and fast. It's a beautiful looking cover drive. Now they can sense victory from here on. Just have to maintain this run rate. Again, Late cut towards that backward point region for a boundary. Back-to-back one. Went onto his back foot. Made his room and cut it nice. Boundary to finish things off. Ninth, eighth over. Eventually 64 for 1. The Friends United. Abdullah Al Roman again, continuing the slow armor, middle and leg stump line pitching. Tried to just a back foot punch towards that leg side, but couldn't hold that. A bit wild appeal from the bowler, but turned down eventually by the umpire. Shuffling across. Tried that slog sweep, but missed it because of the flight and slowness of the ball. Just couldn't utilize the slower delivery productively. Next ball again a bit quicker onto that Fuller, and a mistimed shot eventually resulted in a single. So they are getting those runs very easily. The singles and doubles, as I was saying, you don't need that much boundaries. If you could score those singles and doubles. What a shot, lofted off drive, high up in the air, long off coming in, caught the ball and threw it towards that non-striking end. So a much needed breakthrough comes on. Second one down of 67. Friends United lost the batter. Brilliant display of batting from Ehsan Muazzem. Good catch though at the long off. Kept it very low, outside off. Driven nicely towards that deep extra cover region for a single. So the ninth over gone, 68 for 2. At this point, Friends United, 78 requests of 55 deliveries. They have to bat very sensibly from here on. Just lost a wicket. Newman comes in. He must have needed a bit of time, a bit of settling down before going big. So the non-striking end needs to be that much ticking around with the striking end. from Mohammad Ashraful Islam. 16 of 18 outside off. A length one. Couldn't cut it well. So you can just carry on your singles and doubles very easily from here, because around half of this innings you have scored around 70 runs. So you are in track to chase that 140 plus score very easily. Now you can only utilize this pillar to carry on and on for the next few overs, and then you could get that free license to hit. Low delivery outside off, nicely driven towards the deep extra cover. Again a bit open stance from the new batter. Down the track, outside off. Very intelligent bowling from the bowler. Saw the batter coming down with that open stance towards that leg side, so he kept the ball outside of the reach of the batter. Well played. Now a gentle flick towards that backward point region for a single. Brilliant bowling though from Zahirul Raihan. Played very well, but the cover is there, restricting the batters for only a single. 71 for 2 after 10. Change in the mic. Pranto will be signing out and Sadman will be joining you shortly for the rest of the run chase.
– 75 runs needed from the final 50 deliveries. This is shaping up to be another tight game here. Short and wide delivery, cut away nicely by Saqib Hussain. Imtiazuddin Chaudhary, the bowler. That's been dragged away, that's gone up in the air. That falls way short of the fielder, falls in no man's land, and that will be another single. Imtiazuddin Chaudhary was brilliant with the bat in hand. He's a left-handed batsman, and he's a right-arm bowler. Ambidextrous, I guess you can call him. It's a very good delivery. It's going to be a dot as well. Oh, the commitment was right on point there from Imtiaz. Got past the non-striker and made sure that the ball did not pass him. And as a result, it was a dot instead of a single. Another dot. Very good over this one this far from Imtiaz. Now he just needs to make sure that he does not concede a boundary or a sixer to finish off this over. Let's see if he can get out of this over without any sort of damage. Oh, that was sloppy. Should have been another dot. Misfeeling of his own bowling. He'd be grumpy with himself. He's praising his fielding efforts a few balls ago. That occasion, he has let himself down. End of over number 11. It's a fine over, though. Take nothing away from Imtiaz. He's brilliant with the bat, and is turning out to be pretty good with the ball in hand as well. 11 gone, 74 for 2 at this point in time. The equation now stands 72 runs needed of 45 deliveries. Shahid Lapu has got the ball in his hand for his third over. That's hit straight down the ground by Sabit Hussain. Will pick out the fielder. Sabit is trying to break free here. Is trying to get his innings in motion. 6 of 9 does not read quite well when you're chasing 146 of 100 balls. Ashraful Islam is also having a struggle. 18 of 22 could have easily been cleaned up on that occasion. The ball kept so low. Lovely delivery from Shahid Lapu. So it was Shahid Lapu and Imtiaz in partnership as batters, and now they're once again forming a partnership as bowlers, and they're doing pretty well. We're hoping to pick up another wicket here to further add to the troubles. That's been swung away, and that's been swung away powerfully, and that's gone away for a boundary, it seems like. Let's wait for the final confirmation. Still waiting for the signal from the umpire. It's a brilliant shot, though, from Ashraful. Ashraful was brilliant with the ball in hand. 3 overs, 18 runs and 3 wickets. Surprisingly did not bowl out. He has picked up a boundary there. Good shot. This time just runs it down to third man. He'll pick up a single. They were in need of that. Friends United, they badly needed a boundary to get things back in motion. And Ashraful Islam is the man to provide that. Sabit Hussain now back on strike. And Sabit Hussain will be hoping to play a few shots as well. Slaps that one away through the offside. And that will be a single. So a decent over, that one, for the batting side. That's the end of over number 12. 81 for 2, Friends United. Abdullah is the bowler. Sabit Hussain hits that one away through the offside uppishly. And he'll get a single. Sabit Hussain is really searching for that shot which is going to break free his shackles. He's yet to find that shot, though. Abdullah Al-Rahman into his third over. He's gotten a wicket as well. Dabbed away neatly there by Ashraful. And that will be another single. Lovely delivery, that one. Flighted. The ball turned, but the turn was very slow. As a result, the batsman had a lot of time to just wait for the ball to pass him and just lay his bat down on that one. It's a quicker delivery, but loses his direction, does Roman. Does Roman, and that will be wide. Roman was very unhappy with himself after that delivery. Tossed up delivery. That will be another single. Sabit is basically now playing a shorter ball. He's really trying hard to break free. But you got to credit the bowlers. They have not allowed that to happen. Very full delivery from Roman. That will just be another single. This is good bowling from Abdullah Al-Rahman. Has kept a tight leash on things. Has picked up a wicket. So here comes the final ball of the over. Sabit drags it away. Another single to the total. 13 gone. 87 for 2. 59 of 35, the equation now. When the Dolphins had put on 145 on the board and the target was 146, I'd say that it is going to be a very, very difficult run chase for Friends United. And this is exactly how it's turning out to be. 59 of 35 is not going to be easy on this tricky pitch. The ball's doing a bit. The ball's misbehaving sometimes. It's not easy to play your shots over here. That's exactly what they need to do. They need to play a lot of shots in order to score these remaining 59 runs from just 35 balls. Edged. And that will only be another single. The sense that something's got to give sooner rather than later. Nahid into his second over. Skinny customer. Comes down the pitch, does Ashraful. And he has hit a sixer. What a shot from Ashraful Islam. Charged the fast bowler and deposited him out of here. What a shot. The long-on fielder was a mere spectator as he saw the ball sail away over his head. A much, much needed over boundary, that one, for Ashraful and Friends United. Oh, it's a brilliant comeback ball from Nahid. It's a slower delivery. Hit the pitch slower one there from Nahid and could have easily been the end of Ashraful. Ashraful swung across the line again. He missed it completely. I think he did not pick the slower ball. He was beaten by the lack of pace on that delivery. Could have easily been his wicket. Ashraful survives. Lovely delivery though from Mahir Nahid. Slower one again. The batter misses again, but the umpire does not. It's a no ball. Uh-oh, what have you done, Mahir Nahid? It's a free hit. What a chance here for Ashraful to pick up another sixer and turn this over into a big one. 51 of 32 is the equation. Can Ashraful pick up another sixer? He's on 32. Can he hit a sixer here? Slower one again. No, toe ends it. It's just going to be a single. It seems like Mahir Nahid has decided that it's going to be exclusively slower ones. The slower ones are reacting on the pitch. The pitch is suitable to it. And here we go, another one. Oh boy, that one absolutely died on the surface. After getting hit for a six, Nahid only bowled slower ones, and he came back brilliantly despite the no ball. So 15 needed of 30 now. Sabit Hussain is really having a struggle out there, really needs to do something about it. 12 of 17, 12 of 16 is really not acceptable at this stage of the game. Musbah bowling to Ashraful. Ashraful comes down the pitch. Very full delivery again from Musbah. It's a nice hit though from Ashraful and a brilliant piece of fielding as well, which keeps it down to just a single. Abdullah Al-Roman into his final over. 3.1 overs bowled, 16 runs given, and he has also picked up a wicket. Can he bag another one? Flights it. Sabit gets beaten, all ends up. Has he been stumped? Is that the end of Sabit? No, it's not. Ashraful walking up to Sabit, passing on some guidelines here. Sabit really needs to do something about this. He's really struggling. 12 of 17 is just unacceptable. Just gets a single. This is very good stuff from Abdullah. Not so much from Sabit at this point in time. 48 of 27. It's getting difficult here. They got wickets in hand. Don't know how much that's going to help them because it's really tough for the new man to come out here and play their shots. He comes down the pitch, turns the ball into a full toss. yet only gets a single. Another fantastic over this far from Mesbah Roman. Final ball off his spell coming up. He has been sensational. Can he bag a wicket? Push through delivery. Savit crashes that one away through the offside. It will only be a single, a phenomenal over from Mesbah to finish off his quota. 4 overs, 1 for 19, 100 up for Friends United, but they have eaten up 15 overs in order to get to that landmark. 46 needed of 25. It's going to be a very, very difficult task for the Friends United from here on in. And that's the end of Sabit Hussein's struggles. His gone was a horrible innings, actually. And his wicket just might work as a blessing in disguise for his side. He just could not get going. And thanks to his innings, due to his innings, his side are in a lot of trouble now. And at 46 of 24, he hit up 20 deliveries, only scored 14 runs. And he has really piled on the pressure on Ashraful and the other incumbents. Imtiaz was pretty happy having picked up the wicket. Backing up his brilliance with the bat, with brilliance with the ball in hand as well. .1 overs, 10 runs. And now he has a wicket to show for his efforts. Imami Gold is out there, Faisal Imami Gold. And he has to play a golden innings here for his side. Quicker delivery from Imtiaz. Trying for length as well. Imami Gold just picks up a single. It's getting harder and harder here for Friends United. 45 needed of just 23 balls now. Ashraful is still out there. He has taken a lot of balls to get up to 35. He has taken 32 balls to be exact. It's not good enough either. They really need a flurry of boundaries here, Friends United, to get some kickback into this innings. That's gone up in the air. And that should be the end of him. Ashraful, yes it is. Imtiaz picks up another wicket. And there's that partnership again. Imtiaz and Lapu, they're at it again. Imtiaz with the ball. Lapu in the field takes a very important catch. And within 3 balls, Imtiaz has removed both the set batters. So now, Friends United need 45 runs of 22 balls with absolutely 2 new men out there. So the 2 batters who have departed, they really played poor knocks, you'll have to say. Sabit, 14 of 20, was very, very bad. And Ashraful wasn't too good either, 35 of 33. Due to those knocks, they need 45 of 22 now. And both of them have gotten out as well at the worst possible time. And now it's down to the new men out there. 15.3 overs gone, 101 for 4. Pushed away to the offside there neatly by Muhammad Ilyas. Muhammad Ilyas picks up a single. Imami Gold on strike. Gets beaten. The ball is doing so much here. It's really difficult to play strokes here suddenly. It's obvious as well because remember this is the fourth innings of the day on the same pitch. And when you're chasing 146, it's always going to be difficult. You have to say the Dolphins batted out of their skins to get up to that total, the highest total of the day. And now they're doing a fantastic job of defending it. They've got things under control. And 44 of 20 seems like a bridge a bit too far for Friends United. Given what's happening out there in the middle, given the fact that they got two new batters out there, and they both are kind of struggling as well. So Mahir Nahid is back on. Is gonna be bowling the 17th over. Slower one again. Wrapped on the pads, turned down by the umpire. That should be a leg by. No signal from the ump. Maybe there was a slight inside edge. Muhammad Ilyas, the wicket keeper, who was pretty poor behind the sticks, has now got the task of winning the game for his side. 43 of 19 now. And Imami Gold needs to play a golden knock. Whipped away nicely by Imami Gold. Think of a single, Imami. 42 of 18 now. It's a nice looking shot from Imami Gold, but just a single. Another slower one. Wrapped on the pads again. Struck outside the line. That will be another leg by. That will definitely be a leg by. No inside edge on that one. Ever since getting hit for a 6, Nahid has been continuously bowling slower ones. He has gone to slower ones exclusively, and he has bowled really well. Slower ones have been hard to hit. And look at that again. They'll push to the outside. Just another single. Singles won't do anything right now for Friends United. They need to deal in 4s and 6s. Otherwise, they're going to come up short. 40 of 19 is now the equation. Swing and a miss from Muhammad Ilyas. Phenomenal bowling continues. Just 3 overs left now, 40 runs needed. It's really looking difficult from here on in for Friends United. Imtiaz to bowl out here. Short wide delivery. The batter misses out, but that's been signaled as a wide by the ump. 39 of 15 now. Short delivery again, but once again, Imami Gold is unable to do much with it. Just gets a single. Ilyas plays it away to the onside. That will just be another single. That's all they're getting. They're only getting singles. Singles won't do anything for them. They need to show some intent at least. Try to come down the pitch and hit the bowler out of the park. At least try something. Imami does try something. Gets a thickish outside edge which flies away. That will only be a single as well, but at least Imami tried. 36 of 12 now. Ilyas needs to try something as well. He was pretty poor behind the sticks. At least now needs to be good behind. Good in front of the sticks with the bat in hand. He's not being able to do that either. Swing and a miss. 36 of 11. Things are getting out of hand here for Friends United. Comes down the pitch, that's been lofted. Up, that's hit up in the air. And that will only be a single. That's it. That's all we got. We only got singles. A fantastic spell from Imtiaz. 4 overs, 17 runs, 2 wickets to back up his 30-odd, quick fire 30-odd with the bat. If his side wins, he is my pick for man of the match. So there's 2 more overs remaining now. 35 more runs needed. That means 35 needed of 10 balls. 17.5 runs per over needed. They really have not managed to gain any sort of momentum in this innings, Friends United. We saw this happening during the first run chase as well. This definitely is a win toss, bat first, pitch and ground. Palash is coming out to bowl, the penultimate over. Zahirul Raihan Palash. Wrapped on the pads, and Palash does not even get the chance to appeal. Even before the appeal, Mushfiq Natal had raised his finger. Oh, that was so dead plumb. And Imami Gold is stranded at the non-striker's end. Looks very depressed, does poor Imami Gold. Just things have not really come off for Friends United. They conceded way too many runs with the ball. 20-25 runs over par they conceded, and now they're paying the price for that. It was that sensational partnership between Lapu and Imtiaz that really took the Dolphins to this over par score. That's a wide. That will help. And they're going to run a bye as well. So 2 wides there. Finally something good. Samir Nahian is the new man out there. Is very good with the ball in hand. Has to produce some magic with the bat in hand now. Slower one, Imami comes down the pitch and just hits it to the long on fielder. And he will get another single. That's it. They're only getting singles. 32 of 8. Singles won't do anything for you. You need to hit 6s. Oh, a leg roller. A leg roller there from Palash. Now he's experimenting. He thinks the game is already won. Should not do that, though. You never know in cricket, especially in LMS. The last ball will be counted as a 12. Couple of runs there for Samir Nahian. 30 needed of 7 balls. That's a pace on straightish delivery. Nahian isn't able to do anything with it. He'll just get a single. 29 needed now of 6 balls. We need absolute carnage now. Don't think it's going to happen. That's another one for Palash. Another LBW goes in favor of the bowler. 6th wicket goes down. A phenomenal 19th over from Zahirul Raihan Palash. A double wicket over that one. 19 gone, 117 for 6. The final 5 balls, Friends United need a mammoth 29 runs. Final over begins. And begins with the dot. Wow, 29 to 4 now. So they need to hit 4 6s now. It's as simple as that. They just need to hit the next 4 balls out of the ballpark in order to win. Because the last ball will be counted as a 12. Is that a 6? That's gone up in the air. It's definitely not a 6. And a phenomenal catch. Oh, Lapu. What a day he is having. What a sensational catch from Lapu. Munaim Sharkar is the last man standing. Doesn't really matter. Even if he hits the next 3 balls for sixes, it won't be enough. Lapu with the phenomenal catch. We have seen some ordinary bits of fielding, but that was right up there with the best of him. So the final 3 balls are going to be played out now. What's Munaim going to do? He's going to look to slog. He'll get a top edge. He's going to have to come back for the second, and he probably would have been run out if the keeper had managed to grab the ball, but the keeper fails to do so. Couple of runs there for Munaim. Finally, something other than a single. Now he's going to have to run fast here. Will he be able to come back? Yes. Final ball here. Twin 3 needed. And it's a dot. A comprehensive victory there in the end for the Dolphins. Just as I had predicted that 146 is going to be a very, very difficult run chase. It proves to be true. Comprehensive victory for the Dolphins. They win by 22 runs. So that's the end of the second game, folks.